Well, good evening, folks, or good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Quincy Kane here, and this is live stream number 124, if I remember correctly. Yes, number 124, and for this stream, I'm letting you guys choose my set list. So I'll be playing original songs, whatever song of mine that you'd like to request. You can find the song list in the description, and pick whatever song you'd like, and I will play that song personally for you. I'll dedicate it to you. So we're going to catch up with the chat here, but I think it's... I think your name's pronounced Roke, if I understand correctly. You'll have to tell me if that's right or not. I don't know if it's Roke or Roke. I know I've seen you in some of the other in the chat for other streams, but I don't know that I've ever had to verbally say your name, so hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. We've got Roke and we've got Adam in the chat. We were just kind of talking about the weather, talking about taking time off and how important that is. Especially, it's so easy to get into a routine in life and just kind of get so occupied and busy with things. You need that time off to just kind of reset yourself, reset your mind, and so that the next time you do attend your work or whatever it is that you're working towards, you can have a fresh perspective and feel reinvigorated and motivated and have that drive. You got to balance those things. So Roke, but whatever is fine. Okay, we'll go with Roke. And yeah, hopefully I'm still pronouncing that right. You know what's funny? I thought it was Roke at first, and then I actually searched how to pronounce it, and the Google gave me Roke. So, but nice to know I had it right the first time. Adam says, good now, Quincy. Got a 4-day weekend. Yeah, that's what it sounded like Roke had going on. Kind of a longer weekend, some time off. Now, essentially, as I have 2 days annual leave as well as my normal days off. Well, that's awesome. We'll definitely enjoy your time off. I've kind of had a busy week myself. I was sort of thinking like, so we're about to end the first quarter of the year, going into the next quarter. And so I like to sort of reassess my yearly goals and just kind of make sure that I'm on track. I like to kind of get reset. And so I could really use like a good weekend off, but this is actually a pretty busy weekend for myself coming up. There's a lot of events with Easter and all that kind of taking place with family and in church and all that. And so, but I'll find some time and kind of get some things figured out. But I hope you enjoy your time off and have some fun with that. Roke says, I heard you a couple of times, was cool, but didn't memorize the songs. That's quite all right. Well, hopefully you'll enjoy the songs that you hear. So that's why I can join the stream tonight. Well, Adam, I appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, if there's a song you'd like me to play for you, you can find my song list in the description and let me know, and I'll play it for you. So we've got a request for Into the Unknown. So, Roke, I appreciate you coming by, and I'm going to dedicate this song to you. Now, this is actually... technically, this is not an original song. This is actually the one cover that I've released. This is a cover of the Disney princess song Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. The story, in case you hadn't heard it, my brother wanted to see the movie back when it came out, but didn't want to go to the theaters by himself, so I went to see it with him. And when the song came on, I was kind of drumming on my lap, and whatever I'm drumming to, I'll do like double bass, which is kind of a staple in metal. And even if it's not metal, I'll just add double bass to it. And the thought came to my mind, this could be a metal song. And I was like, oh, no, I don't want to do a cover. That's going to be so gimmicky. But I thought, well, let me at least try it out. And I wrote up a demo, and I think it translates very well. I think it's actually a very cool... Personally, I think it works better as a metal song than the original version. I think it's just a little more interesting and exciting. But yeah, so this is my cover of the song Into the Unknown. And yeah, I hope you like it.
I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble, while others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers, which I wish would go away. Oh, oh. You're not a voice You're just a ringing in my ear, and if I heard you, which I don't, I've spoken for, I fear. Everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure, and I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. What do you want? 'Cause you've been keeping me awake. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake? Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me? Who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be? Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Whoa. Are you out there? Do you know me? Can you feel me? Can you show me? Going, don't leave me alone. How do I follow you into the unknown?
All right, RoKit, hope you enjoyed that. That was my cover of the song Into the Unknown, and that one goes out to you. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. And for this evening's stream, I'm taking requests for my original songs. You can find a list of my songs in the description, and whichever song of mine that you'd like me to play, just make a request, and I will play it just for you. And if you enjoyed that particular song, I have released that. It's available on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. So I'm going to grab a link here if I can find it. Where is it? I've got it on here somewhere. Oh my gosh, it just wants to hide from me. There it is. Okay. Oh, it was, I see. It was a different color than my other links, so it was disguising from me. All right, here we go. So yeah, if you enjoyed that song, here is the link for that. Let's catch up with the chat here. So we got Sunshine joining the chat. Hey, Sunshine, hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see. Yeah, RoKit's laughing. I picked the cover. Out of all the original songs, you know, you just take a guess and you pick the one cover song, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for the fire. Thank you for the emojis. Appreciate that. Yep, some hellos happening in the chat. And hey, we got Development of a Void in the chat. Hey, Kane. Well, I said my name. You're saying Kane. Yep, appreciate you tuning in. Avoid, hope you're doing well. Again, anyone just tuning in, I'm taking requests for my original songs, so you can find my songs in the description on YouTube. And whichever song of mine that you'd like me to play for you, just let your request be made known, and I will play that song just for you. Now, I am going to set this little timer here. Now, this isn't really a rule. You know, it says next song in 15 minutes, but if we get another request, I'll just go into it in the next couple minutes here. But, you know, in case there is no request within 15 minutes, then I'll just pick a song and play something. But yeah, whatever song you guys would like to play, let me know. Guys, let me know, how has everyone's year been so far? Because we're actually coming to the end of the first quarter of the year. We were kind of talking about this a little bit earlier. I don't know about you guys, but I certainly have some plans for this year. I certainly have some goals, and looking forward to them. And I think each quarter, for myself, it's kind of a nice time to sort of take a step back and kind of look at your goals and just make sure that the things you've been doing for the past few months, that they are actually working towards those goals, and just to kind of keep yourself on track and stuff. So I have a goal. I'm hoping to released 6 songs this year so far. I'm not off to the best start, but I'm hoping I can make a good comeback next quarter. I'm almost done with the song I've been working on, but I've been doing a little bit of a revamp. Like I've been trying to update my song production process so that I can release higher quality mixes and productions. And it's taken a little bit longer, but I'm hoping that it's actually going to speed up the song production process for future releases. So while this first one might be taking a little longer, hopefully the next ones will go by much quicker. We've got a request from Avoid for Love's Not Fair. I will dive into that for you in just a moment here. Sunshine says, that's what I was going to say. Great minds think alike. Yep. And then Adam says, nice. Well, yeah, thank you. And yeah, I'm hoping, the song's almost done. Like I'm kind of getting to the last stages of the mix, and I'm at the point where like, I don't know. I know some of you guys mess with music too, and so anyone who produces your own music and you do mixing and stuff, you kind of get in this phase where like you want it to be your best mix yet, but there's something that's not quite working, and at some point you're just like, dude, I just got to get this done, like, you know. And I really wanted this to be like my best mix, and I do think it's going to be good. And hey, it might, you know, like once I compare it to my old mixes, it might be my best mix, but I kind of wasn't quite prepared for the vocal processing. So like, I don't know that the vocals are going to come out as good as I hoped, but I think they'll be good enough to get the job done. And then I just have to accept that next song, I'll just try to do a better job on the vocals. But I think there's a certain point. I kind of learned a lesson. Like one lesson I've learned is I think you should always put forth your best effort, but I'm not sure that you should always put forth your best effort at the expense of time. I'm sure there's exceptions, but I think sometimes you just have to take the time that is available to you and do your best effort within that time frame. And then whatever you can do at that time frame, good. And I think that's really how you stay consistent in being productive, and you just get better with your quality within that frame of time. And I'm saying that mostly for myself, just because I do have a tendency where I'm not satisfied with something yet, and so I prolong the time for working on it. And I do feel satisfied putting out something of quality work. Like I definitely don't like to rush something and have it just poorly done. But I think there is a balance there of releasing it within reasonable time. So, yep. So I guess this one's going to go out to Avoid and Sunshine because they were both thinking Love's Not Fair. So I'm going to get to that in just a moment. RoKit says, I hope to release some collabs. Already dropped 4 originals, but now I'm under workload. Well, congrats on releasing 4 originals already. That's awesome. And you know, just hang in there. Again, there's still a lot of the year left to go. So I'm excited for your future projects and endeavors. Avoid says, I'm recovering from a back injury. Man, I was out for about a week. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you recover well. I've never personally experienced back injuries. I've experienced other injuries, like shoulder and hip stuff, ankle stuff, wrist stuff. And so, like I love to be active. And so I've done a lot of recovery stuff to help speed up the recovery. And so I'm pretty certain that a lot of what I've done, the same techniques could be implemented to help with helping a back injury. But probably the best advice I could give for that, I don't know if you're into like physical training and that kind of thing, but creating blood flow is really helpful. If you have a certain injury, just doing very, like, whatever light movement you can do that's not going to be too intense for it, and then doing high repetitions of that and just creating blood flow. That's doing that kind of thing every day, and then gradually, little by little, just increasing the intensity of what you're doing, but mainly doing something for a fairly lengthy period of time to create that blood flow. For whatever reason, that really helps speed up the recovery. You might want to rest like the first day or two, but you don't want to completely just not move that part of the body. You want to get it back in motion, get blood running through it, and that kind of helps speed up the recovery process. And so I do hope you feel better. I don't know if he talks about back pain. There's a guy on YouTube known as the knees over toe guy, knees over toes guy, and he's got some great videos for like joint recovery and like just taking care of your knees and your ankles and that kind of stuff. A lot of his videos have been very helpful to me. So maybe check out his channel, see if he's got anything to say about back pain, and maybe something can help you out there. But I hope you feel better. Feeling better indeed. I was thinking I'm too skinny to lift the weight I was doing. I don't know that being too skinny, maybe your muscles weren't ready to handle that amount of weight. If it was if you were training and that's when you hurt your back, you definitely want to, definitely with weight training, you want to make sure you're using proper form. Everything's very stable. You want everything to be very stable when you're training that. I do a lot of training too, and I've had to deal with that. RoKit says bad posture gives more injuries than corpulence. I'm actually not sure if I know what corpulence means, but you're right that a lot of injury does come from we compensate when we sit. When we sit, we lean forward, and so we compensate by lifting our head up. That creates this awkward angle in our neck, and then the way we tuck our hips, it kind of keeps our posture from being in its optimal position and the position that provides the most support. And so there are certain muscles that get weaker and become more susceptible to injury. And so it's I can say as someone who enjoys training, like it's definitely nice to do like the bigger, heavier things, but you definitely don't want to underestimate, training those smaller parts, the lower back, the joints and things like that, and really focusing on building stability for those things. That can really help prevent injury. Adam says, I took a month off, but come back ready to go again. Dropped a collab recently. Awesome. I'll definitely be sure to check that out. You're right, Kane. Thank you for that. Well, my pleasure, Void. I hope that's helpful to you. I went to a chiropractor today and got leveled out. Well, I hope that was helpful too. Let's see here. Hey, we got hopefully I'm saying it right. I don't know if it's Javel or Javele. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but I'm just going to go with Javel for right now, and you can tell me if that's correct or not. But I know you subscribed recently. I appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I'm letting you guys choose my set list, so I don't know how familiar you are with my songs. I'm about to play one for Development of a Void and Sunshine here, but you can find my song list in the description, and they're original songs, and even if you don't know them, you can just pick a title that sounds interesting, and I'll play it for you, and we'll find out together if you like it or not. Void says, I think it was the bad posture. My neck is like a dinosaur reaching for a leaf. Yep. One helpful thing for posture are face pulls. So I don't know if you have any elastic bands, but you wrap it around an anchoring point. You grab both sides. I'll demonstrate it real quick. Yeah, so you grab both sides of the band and you pull it into your face. You let your shoulders come out, your shoulder blades contract backwards, kind of like that. And that helps fix a lot of that rounded posture that happens from sitting. I noticed years ago, I didn't realize it till someone brought it to my attention, but I was like, I didn't have horrible posture, but I started noticing that I was, my shoulders were starting to cave in forward, just slightly. And that was brought to my attention, and so I started doing face pulls a lot, and that strengthens the back part of your upper back muscles. It stretches your chest muscles, and it kind of counteracts that habit we have of sitting forward like this, hunched over. It's like the exact opposite response of that, and helps correct that posture, and definitely a really helpful thing to do. Later is correct. The Jovele, was that the one I said? Hopefully I said it. I might just have to call you Joe or Jove or something for short until I can audibly hear how to pronounce your name. But I appreciate you tuning in, and you'll just have to forgive me till I get it correct. Let's see. Yep, few hellos happen in the chat. We got Stan in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Adam's requesting, could I have Erased Myself? Just checked out a preview on... trying to think what BC is. Bandcamp, okay. Yeah, I'll do Erase Myself for you in just a moment. Stan says he's ready to rock. Head between shoulders is the worst. Yep. Make sure you hit that. Yep. Well, thank you. Thank you, Sunshine, for promoting the like button for me. All right, so for Avoid and for Sunshine, both of them were wanting to request Love's Not Fair. So let me get my guitar set up for that one. And I'm going to play that song just for you guys. And then after that, I will play Erase Myself for Adam. So anyone who's not familiar, this song is one of my softer ones. The last song I just played was Into the Unknown, so kind of had a soft part in it, but kind of picks up, has some energy. This one's in standard tuning, or standard D, I should say. All right, cool. All right. And this was actually my latest release. I'm hoping to have a release coming out in April. I was hoping it would come out this month, but I think it's going to be April. Yeah, this is my most recent release, and I hope you enjoy it. This one's called Love's Not Fair.
staring at my own reflection through shattered bits of glass, showing me the perfect picture of who I really am. But when you look at me, you never turn away. Kneeling next to me and picking up the pieces. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. I am such a useless failure, fallen to the ground. Every effort that I muster is never good enough. But when you look at me, standing next to me and holding out your hand, why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. If I'd take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. If I'd take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. So stop beating up myself. You took the punishment yourself. And it's just foolish pride to think that I could ever hurt myself enough to cover what I've done. I could cut myself dry and it still would never be enough. Makes no sense at all. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. But love isn't fair, In spite of all I am, you chose to die for me, and that isn't fair. But love's not fair.
All right. Avoid and Sunshine, that one goes out to you two. Again, that one was called Love's Not Fair. I hope you all enjoyed that. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. And for this evening's stream, I am letting you guys choose my set list. I have my list of original songs in the description. And so whichever song of mine you'd like me to play for you, just let your request be made known, and I will play that song just for you. We had a request earlier for Into the Unknown. I played that one. And that was my song, Love's Not Fair. Again, that was requested by Avoid and Sunshine. Thank you so much for your request. Here's a link if you guys like to hear that. I have released that song. It's on Spotify or wherever you'd like to listen to music. You should be able to find it. And what else? There's a stripped down version of that song as well. So where it's just acoustic, just vocals. So you can check that one out as well. So, hey, I think we have maybe a few other people in the back. Let me catch up real quick. So, thank you for the emojis, everyone, all the fire and such. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to find where I left off. Okay, I see. Yep. Some hellos happening in the chat. Hey, Jaron, appreciate you tuning in. Hey, first time chatting here. Well, appreciate you tuning in. Again, I don't know if you're familiar with any of my original songs. If you are, make a request. I'll play it for you. If not, you can just look at the list of songs and just pick whatever title sounds most interesting to you, and I'll play it for you, and we'll both find out if you like it or not. So, let's see. Stanley says, been there, done that, got the hoodie. Yeah, Stan has been helping me get my merch set up. There's still a few things I need to get worked out before it's totally available, but technically the checkout process went very smooth. So Stan is the new owner of a hoodie that I have and a hat. He purchased a hat and a hoodie, and he's been sporting it. I appreciate him and his support. And it all went good, but yep, just a few things I gotta tweak before I'm gonna publish the merch and have the store available, so you guys can check that out. Thanks. Abe says Quincy goes hard in this part. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, it's I'll say I say it's hard to I don't know. Sometimes when you sing songs, especially when you sing kind of some of the same ones over and over, you sort of forget like how you felt when you first wrote it, and it takes me a little while. But usually I try to, like, as I'm performing, if you want to know what's going on inside my head, rather than thinking like, what's the chat doing or what's the next song I'm going to play, sometimes I try to remember like, I love this. Like, I love writing songs. I love getting to share my songs with you guys and getting to spend time with you all. And so I try to just remind myself that I enjoy this, that I love this. And I just try to remember, I try to listen to the words as I'm singing them and I just try to sing it like I mean it, and sometimes it takes me a moment to get into that mindset, but I appreciate that. Thank you, Abe. Yeah, Quincy freaking Kane. Well, thank you. Let's see. You ended the song when your timer ended. Oh, I forgot I left the timer on there. Yeah, that's kind of funny that played out that way. I have that song on my Spotify playlist for when I'm driving. Well, thank you, Sunshine. I'm glad you listened to it and enjoyed listening to it. And yeah, again, I'm hoping to release some more music for you all to enjoy that will be available on Spotify. Hopefully the next release. I'm pressing to get it done, and hopefully it'll be out by this coming month. Whoops, muted the wrong thing. April, meant to mute my guitar track. Abe says, need to get to driving. It was good to get to hear a couple songs. Let's see, was it Abe or Adam that, I think Adam requested Erase Myself. So I appreciate you tuning in. I'm glad you got to hear a few. I'm going to try to get in. Yeah, Adam had requested Erase Myself, so I think I'm going to get into that one. But Abe, thank you for stopping by. Definitely appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. And yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, if anyone has a song request, you can find my list of songs in the description. Adam had requested Erase Myself, so I'm going to get that one set up. Let me get my backing track set up, and I will play that one just for you. Let's see here. This is another song that I have released, so this one will be, so I'll post a link for this one afterwards as well. This one is also available on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. Let me get my guitar tuned back. Yeah, so the song I just played was in standard tuning. This one is in drop tuning. That sounds good. There we go. All right, Adam, this one goes out to you. This is Erase Myself.
break me into pieces. Hit me with the truth, and don't pull your punches. And I'll brace myself for all this pain, erase myself and start again. Grab a hold of me and throw me in the deep end. Show, sorry, me the flame that burns inside of me, and I'll brace myself for all this pain, erase myself and start again, and I'll face myself with honesty, erase myself and start again. Yeah, yeah. Remain without the refiner. It's time to change what used to define me. Resist the pain, and I have to keep fighting. Time remain. My God. It hurts at first, but worth all the pain to see myself and not be ashamed. It hurts at first, but worth all the pain to see myself and not be ashamed. And I'll brace myself for all this pain, erase myself and start again, and I'll face myself with honesty, erase myself and start again. Thank you. Adam, sorry, I forgot the words at a few parts on that one, but hopefully you still enjoyed that. That one goes out to you. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. And I just played the song Erase Myself. That was requested by Adam, and I appreciate your request. And that is a song that I have released. So if you'd like to
hear me sing it and not mess up the words, you can hear the recorded version where I get the words right. So, but there we go. And what else was I going to go with? For anyone just tuning in, I'm letting you guys choose my set list. So you can find my songs in the description, and whichever song of mine you'd like to hear, just let me know, and I'll play it for you. We had a request earlier for Into the Unknown. I've done Love's Not Fair, and I just did Erase Myself. And if you're not familiar with any of my songs, that's okay. You know, just pick a title that sounds interesting, and I'll play it for you, and we'll both find out if you like it or not. So catching up with the chat here. Thank you all for the emojis, all the fire, and the rock-ons. Let's see. Yeah, catching up, trying to see where I had left off. We've got Fevdre. I don't know if that's how you pronounce your username, but appreciate you tuning in. Sup? Let's see here. Feisty Feather tuning in. Appreciate you showing up. Let's see here. Just trying to catch up with some hellos happening in the chat. Yeah, so Fev, if you're still out there, what we're doing is I'm letting you guys choose my set list. So I have a list of original songs in the description. So if you know any of my songs, you can request one and I'll play it just for you. If you don't know any of my songs, you can just pick whichever title sounds interesting, and we'll both find out if you like it or not. Let's see here. Sunshine says, if you would like Quincy to play a song for you, thank you for sharing. Yep, there is a playlist in the description. Thank you so much, for helping me out, for letting people be aware of that stuff. So appreciate that. Great request, Adam. Well, thank you, Feisty. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. Make sure to like and share. Hey, thank you, Feisty. Appreciate that. I literally went by the first riff, Heather, as a preview. This is a great song, Quincy. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And that's kind of a fun riff to play, and that's got a few cool guitar parts in it. Feisty says, that's awesome and so true. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see here. And yeah, RoKit says, dang, gotta cook. Great to hang out with you. Have fun. Well, hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for the song. Yeah, my pleasure. And I hope cooking goes well. Hope you have a good dinner. And just thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of tunes you got to hear, the few tunes you got to hear. So, have fun cooking. Let's see. Feisty says, bummer, hate cooking time, LOL. Good luck. Yep. Oh, hey, we've got, I think it's Bloomus 2000. New listener here. I'm from Denmark. Well, hey, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm letting you guys choose my set list. So I've got a list of my original songs in the description. Now, if you're a new listener, maybe you're not familiar with any of my songs, you're certainly welcome to just pick a random title from down there, and I'll play it for you, and we'll find out if you like it or not. And again, I'm going to go ahead. I do have this little timer here. And this isn't really a rule. This is more so like if I don't get a request in 15 minutes, then I'll just pick a song and play something. But if someone makes a request, I'll play it in the next few minutes here. Sunshine says, I think those are tacos for dinner. That sounds pretty good. I could go for some Mexican right now. Well, maybe not right now, but maybe, maybe like 30 minutes or an hour. Of course, I'll probably still be streaming in that time. Let's see. I don't think we had another request yet. If you've made a request and I haven't seen it yet, please go ahead and just type it again. Again, earlier we had a request for Into the Unknown. I've played that one. We had a request for Love's Not Fair. I've played that one. And we had a request. I just played Erase Myself. I don't remember seeing another song request, but I might be missing one. So, Can I request any pop rock song? Unfortunately, I'm not doing covers, unless these are songs that I've released. I did one cover, but it was a cover that I released. Earlier, someone had requested the song Into the Unknown. But I can make a suggestion if you like kind of like pop rock sort of stuff. I've got two that I would recommend. My stuff's a little more, it's kind of rock and metal kind of stuff, but I do have sort of some softer songs. So on the softer end of the spectrum, I do have a song called Say That It's Over, and it's kind of, a little bit of a metalcore, kind of like a softer metalcore sort of song, maybe a little punkish, a little emo. So that might be one that you enjoy. That one's called Say That It's Over. And then I've got a song that I technically have not released this, and it's... This was a song, when I was first getting started off, I did a lot of different styles of music. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I've since started honing in on a certain sound. But I did do a song that was kind of more of an alternative rock, sort of pop punk kind of song. It's called Let's Start Again. And I've got a friend named Daniel who tunes into these streams. I don't know if he'll make it tonight or not. It'd be cool if he showed up. And so he likes that song, and so sometimes I'll play that one for him. So yeah, that's Let's Start Again, and then the other one was Say That It's Over. So if you'd like to hear one of those, I could play one of those songs for you, and we'll see what we think. And then let's see here. From Feisty, we've got A Place to Call Home. All right. And then Bloomis says, let's go for Say That It's Over. It's got my vote, man. All right. Well, I'll go ahead. I'll do Say That It's Over, and then I'll do A Place to Call Home. So we'll try that one out. So hopefully you like this one. And this is a song that I've released. So if you do like this song, you can find it on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. So let me just get set up here. All right. Hope you like this one, Bloomis. This one goes out to you. And then Feisty, I got you next. So, Bloomis, this song is called Say That It's Over. Hope you like it.
Your smile so deceptive that it almost looks real. Well, it must be hard to fake what you do not really feel. You're hiding, I know it. Tell me what's on your mind. I only wish to help. Won't you let me back inside? Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Let me inside. Your face shows no reaction when I call out your name. Your presence like a ghost. You seem so far away, and you know that I love you, but the words seem to have died. I just want this to end. Please let me back inside. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Let me inside. Your eyes, just look at me when I look at you, because you must realize you're barely holding on and I'm holding tight. Would you just please try? Don't give in, you have to fight. Why won't you hear my cry? I don't wanna say goodbye. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Say that it's over. I don't wanna hear another lie. I just wanna help you. Please won't you
Thank you. Well, Bloomus, I hope you enjoyed that one. That one was called Say That It's Over. And if you did like that one, I have released it, so it is available on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. So I'll be sure to post a link for that song in the chat here. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. And I'm letting you guys choose my song list for this evening's stream. I've got a list of original songs in the description, and so whatever song of mine that you'd like to hear, just let me know, and I'll play that song just for you. We got that request from Bloomies 2000. And that was my song, Say That It's Over. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Catching up with the chat here. Yeah, let's see. Yep, some hellos happening. We were talking about dinner. And we're going to do A Place to Call Home next. Cool. Feisty says, killer choice. Well, thank you. Appreciate the fire, you all. Feisty says, always happy when I can catch a Quincy stream. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. I hope you're enjoying this stream, and I'm going to get to your song in just a moment here. I appreciate your request, and hopefully I'll do it justice. So, thank you. Sunshine says, right? Quincy is amazing. Well, thank you for the kind words, everyone. I appreciate that. Well, thank you. Bloomis says, when you brought the vocals down, man, I felt that. In my opinion, your way of working on dynamics is unreal. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I know dynamics are super important. Man, I can't. Sorry, I got distracted. I saw the screen, and I always leave that that next song thing on. I mean, I guess I'll leave it on for now, but I forgot to turn that off. But thank you. Yeah, you know, dynamics are super important in music, just because that's what makes something hit hard. You know, if everything's big, then nothing's big. You know, you need those small moments. You need those quiet moments so that the bigger moments can be more impactful. And so I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And again, yeah, if you like that song, I have released it, so you can find that on Spotify. You know, you can purchase it for free on Bandcamp if you'd like to download the song, and I've got it on YouTube as well. So so thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. I hope you did indeed enjoy the song. All right, cool. Well, we're going to get into our next request here. This one is from Feisty Feather. And this is my song, A Place to Call Home. This one's actually a little bit of an older one. This was like one of the kind of earlier songs that I had released when I was kind of first getting started and sort of figuring things out. So, but I hope you enjoy it. Feisty, this one goes out to you. This is A Place to Call Home.
Inside of me, concealing what I believe. The potential is obvious, but I'm too scared to set it free. Break down the walls, show me your heart. This is the place where I fall apart. You told me call home, someplace where I do not feel alone. I'm promised a destiny, but I won't trust what I cannot see. Mother will tuck me in to this coffin and bury me. Break down the walls, show me your heart. This is the place where I fall apart. You told me a place to call home, someplace where I do not feel alone. You showed told me of a place to call home, someplace where I would not feel alone. You showed me love like I'd never known. You told me of a place to call home.
Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was a request from Feisty Feather. That was A Place to Call Home. Thank you very much for the request, and I hope you enjoyed it. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. And again, I'm letting you guys choose my set list for this evening, so whichever song of mine that you'd like to hear, you can find my song list in the description. And you can pick whichever song of mine you'd like, and I will play that just for you. So that request came from Feisty Feather. That song was called A Place to Call Home, and I'm going to post a link. I have released that song, so you can listen to it again on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. You should be able to find it there. So let's see, catching up with the chat. And speaking of the chat, we got Chad in the chat. So hey, Chad, appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Let me catch up with some things. Hey, thank you for the emojis, everyone, and all the fire. Appreciate that. I am late, but I am here. Hey, Chad, better late than never. You know, I always appreciate you tuning in. And yep, much love to you, my man. Well, thank you so much. And well, I don't know if you're talking to me or, or someone in the chat, so, but I'll take it. You know, thank you. But appreciate Chad. I know he's got a lot of stuff coming on. I think a lot of you are familiar with Chad, and so definitely stay up to date with him and whichever streams he's got coming up. He's got a lot of great stuff always planned, and so definitely tune into what he's doing. Yeah, Feisty Feather says, awesome. Thank you so much. Stanley says, love it. Bloomis says, man, this is some really great stuff. Your singing and playing is amazing. Love your pauses. They hit home. Rock on, my God. Well, thank you, Bloomis. Really appreciate that. And yeah, you know, I do these streams every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So anytime you want to come hang out, I'll be here. I don't always do the requests. Sometimes I'll do an acoustic segment where I'll play these songs, but I'll strip them down. And usually during the acoustic segment, I'll do a few covers. Sometimes we'll do a game night. Like a lot of times we'll do a bracket, and we'll pick a topic. Like last week was best album cover, and so everyone kind of nominates like an album cover, and we just sort of discuss and vote and that kind of thing. And then sometimes we'll do. What's the other one? Oh, yeah. So I think next week is going to be the 10-minute song challenge. So for that one, I set a timer for 10 minutes, and you guys can challenge me to whatever song you'd like me to attempt to learn. And sometimes there's some fairly easy ones, and I can get them within the time limit. And then some of you guys like to throw some really tough songs at me, and I get... It's like it takes me 10 minutes just to learn the intro. So, but that's a pretty fun segment. So, yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the music so far. I'll be playing a few more songs this evening. So, and again, like I said, I have released music on Spotify, so you can find me on there and hear what songs I've released. And hoping to release some more songs this year. So, thank you so much for the kind words. Catching up. Feisty says, very cool, thanks. Chad says, I love Plastic Cup, so I will request it if it has not been already. Hasn't been requested yet, so Chad, I'll do that one just for you. I'm glad you like that. Plastic Cup is my newest song, as in it's a new one that I've written. I'm planning to release it this year, but I have a couple other songs I'm looking to release first. So Plastic Cup is on its way, and I'm excited for it because I think I'm looking forward to doing a lot of things with the production of it. But I you know, haven't released it yet, so so the only time you get to hear it is if I play it for these streams. Although I did post, I think I posted a live performance video. So if you wanted to hear it again, you know, you can listen to the video that I posted on my YouTube channel. So 3 this weekend. Let's see here. Yep. Adam says, thanks, Quincy, for the song earlier. I'm just heading off to bed. Have an awesome rest of the stream, everyone, and have a great rest of the week. Well, thank you, Adam. I hope you rest well. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Again, I think you said you have some time off, so definitely enjoy it. You know, get your rest, you know, have some play, have some fun, and get re-energized. Yeah, I hope I appreciate you tuning in. Let's see here. Yeah, Chad says Women's Celebration with guests Friday. HAM celebrates Women's Saturday playlist show, and Green Eggs and Ham launches officially Sunday. Awesome. Sunday is in tomorrow, Sunday, or next week. Or sorry, tomorrow's not Sunday. You know, this coming Sunday. I think that's what he means. This coming Sunday. So awesome. Yeah, so definitely tune into that stuff. Definitely subscribe to Chad's channel and tune in. He's got some great guests, some great music on the way. So again, Chad's always the guy I point to if you're looking for new music. You know, he's a good one to go to. And thank you, Bloomis says, cool, my guy. You have a Danish subscriber. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you tuning in. Glad you're enjoying the music so far. I'm going to play another song in just a moment here, and hopefully you will enjoy that one as well. And yep, Sunshine says, thank you for being here, Bloomis. Yeah, appreciate you tuning in as well. Chad says, can't wait for Plastic Cup to be released. I can relate. I can't wait for it to be released either. Like, I'm really looking forward to doing it, but again, it's just I have some other things in the way, so I can't wait. But I'm very, very much looking forward to it. Stan is requesting Move On if it's still up for grabs. It is. So I think we got Plastic Cup, Move On, and I don't know if I've missed one. If someone else has made a request and I've missed it, just type it again for me and I'll get to it. But I think we're going to dive into Plastic Cup, and I'm going to, you know, I've learned this before. I'm going to take my little water break real quick, so please, I apologize for the moment of silence. There we go. Hey, we got, oh, man, I always forget. Is it Pukey or Pookie? Pukey in the chat. Lurking, everybody. Well, hey, I at least appreciate you. I'm actually about to play a song, so if you want to at least hang out for a song, I'm going to play Plastic Cup. This was requested by Chad. But even if you're just lurking, even if you're just tuning by, I appreciate you coming by to say hello. Yep, Stan says hydration. And yeah, that's your friendly reminder, everyone. You know, if you haven't sipped on some water in a while, do yourself a favor, get some water. Make sure you keep yourself hydrated. It does a lot of good for you. Whoops, actually, I got to get the backing track set up first. So, let me get that set up. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, so this is a song, haven't released it yet, but this is a newer one of the latest songs that I've written. All right, here we go. Chad, this one goes out to you. This one's called Plastic Cup.
Once believed I could be anything. Took a chance and chased a dream, but never realized just how lonely things would be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor like spilled milk, with a messy story, just moments till I self-destruct, with no one here to clean me up. Someone just show me some love and tell me that I am good enough. I poured out all that's filled me up, still I'm tossed away like a plastic cup. And here I'm trying once again, like litter trapped inside the wind. Still believing I can get a hold of things. Every effort leads to new mistakes, and I crawl back to the same old place. I need someone who can lend a hand and pull me from this garbage can. Someone show me some love and tell me that I am good enough. I poured out all that's filled me up, still I'm tossed away like a plastic cup. Someone, please show me some love and tell me that I am good enough. I poured out all that's filled me up, still I'm tossed away tossed away like a plastic cup. Let's find out how much it hurts. There's something inside of me, and I know it's more than just a pray. Would someone just show me some love and tell me that I am good enough? I poured out all that's filled me up, still untossed away. Like a plastic cup. I know you feel like a piece of trash, thrown away and forgotten, but please don't let go, 'cause to me, you're a treasure.
Thank you. Again, that one was called Plastic Cup. That was requested by Chad. Chad, thank you for the request. I hope you enjoyed the song. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. And for this evening's stream, I'm letting you guys choose my set list. So that was a request from Chad. That was my song, Plastic Cup. And I think we got plenty of time. So I think we can take a few more requests here. But let's see. Catching up with the chat. I know Pukey had just tuned in. Yeah, let me just see if that's where some hellos were happening. Bloomer says, I'm new and a boomer type of guy, but man, you rock. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you for the kind words. Silas is here. Hey, Silas, appreciate you tuning in. Sorry I'm a bit late. What'd I miss? Well, we just did a few songs, had a request. I think earlier we had a request for Into the Unknown. Then we had a request for Erase Myself. I don't think that was the next one, but I know that was one that was requested. We had Love's Not Fair. That was requested. We did Say That It's Over. We did A Place to Call Home, if I haven't said that already. And I just did Plastic Cup. So, yeah, Silas, if you'd like to make a song request, you can find my list of songs in the description. I'm just doing original songs, but if there's a certain song of mine that you enjoy and you'd like to hear me play it, just let me know and I'll play that song just for you. All right, catching up with the chat. Some hellos happening. Yeah, thank you. Chad says, love this song. Appreciate that. Sound and Fire. Appreciate that. Sunshine says, if you would like Quincy. Oh, yep. Man, Sunshine's got my back. Appreciate that. You know, just kind of letting everyone know, yep, what's going on. Yep. Thank you so much. Bloomy says, love the vocal range. Goes from soft to sweet to rage. Yeah, thank you. Guitar playing is mad, too. Well, thank you so much. Yep. Fantastic, Quincy. Bravo. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate the kind words, everyone. And, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. Again, I don't know. Stan had requested Move On. So, Stan, let me know if you're still out there. And if Stan's still out there, I'll go ahead and play Move On next. The tricky thing is, I will say, these, you know, for whatever reason, like singing, some days, like singing is like, man, I'm feeling great. And then some days it's like, yeah, I'm struggling a little today. And today I'm kind of struggling a little bit, but it's sort of a, struggling a little, but also it just so happened to be the request stream. And the problem with the request stream when it comes to singing is that you're talking a lot and then you're singing and you're just talking and singing. And it's like, and you're usually, I think I play probably more songs for the request stream than I typically do for some of the other streams. And so it's a little, you know, it definitely exercises my voice, that's for sure. So you guys are giving me some good vocal practice. But I'm going to go ahead and get some hydration. So here's your reminder. Make sure you all hydrate. Get a sip of water. Bloomis says, how can you sound like the 90s and be so cool at the same time? Well, thank you. Appreciate that. To be honest, I think the 90s had great sounding music. So I very much take that like a compliment. Well, thank you. I don't know. Best I can suggest. Again, it's taken me a while. I enjoy quite a bit of music, and even for my music as Quincy Kane, it's taken me a little bit of time to sort of shape my sound and figure out what exactly what exactly I want to do. For a while, I was kind of promoting myself as just a genre. Like, I actually draw a lot of influence from, like, progressive metal and technical metal and that kind of thing. But my favorite thing about music, I love chord movements and I love catchy melodies. So I still like songs. And even though I love, like, technical progressive music, what drew me to that was the creativity. Like, it presented more tools, more ways to use the guitar, more rhythms to play with that I hadn't thought of before. But I still intended to use that stuff to write something catchy. I still wanted to write songs. And what I eventually learned was that the progressive metal fan base, the technical metal fan base, usually they mainly just care about the riffs, and not necessarily like catchy songs. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, I love good riffs too. I love technicality, but that wasn't really the right audience for me. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I should focus more on my roots, which kind of came from bands like Killswitch Engage and Chevelle and Flyleaf. And so I love, alternative metal and metalcore and that kind of thing. So I was sort of focusing on that. But again, metalcore is kind of tricky because if you promote yourself, if you say metalcore, people kind of have an expectation for one sound. But I still like to be very dynamic. As you've probably heard so far, I've got, very heavy, intense songs, but then I have kind of these lighter ones, these softer ones. And those are just the kind of albums I grew up with. I grew up with albums that were very dynamic. They got like upbeat, energetic songs, and then they got the sad, slow ones and everything in between. And that's what I want to be as an artist. This is what I sound like when I play something heavy, and this is what I sound like when I play something soft, and everything in between. And so, now some of you might have noticed, like, I used to call these metalcore streams. Now I'm just saying rock and metal. I'm kind of generalizing it a little bit. It's just like and I think Plastic Cup is actually a good representation of sort of the direction that I'm looking to go. Like, I'm kind of focusing more on just writing songs and more so using the instrumentation of metal and rock. Like, I'm still using heavy guitar, still using drums, and I'll still have, like I've got a song coming up that's in 5/4, like odd time signatures and that kind of thing. And yeah, it's just so I'm still going to draw influence from the stuff that I love, but it's like it's just I think it just happens for anyone. You just kind of experiment and just kind of write stuff. But I'm glad you're enjoying that. And I'm sure a lot of the bands, I know some of the bands I draw influence from probably started in the 90s, and I'm sure they got influence from the 90s. And I was a kid in the 90s, so I definitely, heard some of that stuff. And there was a lot of good music from the 90s. So let's see here. Silas is requesting Waking Up. Sure, I'm going to play Move On from Stanley. Actually, Stanley, let me know if you're still out there. If Stanley's still out there, I'll play Move On. If he's slipped away for a moment. I see Logan. Logan's there. Hey, Logan, hope you're doing well. But if Stan is currently away, then I'll go ahead and play Waking Up. Bloomis says, such an intelligent man to listen to. Go for the kind of lighter songs and stuff. It will do you good. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Yep. Chad says, love it. Well, thank you. I've always, like I said, I love like catchy melodies. I love good songs. I'm not really trying to reinvent the wheel or anything. I'm not trying to, come up with a whole new genre. I'm just kind of taking the music that I like and just kind of writing songs that stick with me. So I'm very excited. What kind of stinks is, like, I'll say as an artist, like, so much changes on the inside, but it hasn't quite come out yet. So I'm very excited for the things that are going to come, but they're still in development. Plastic Cup is like just a little taste of that, but it's even more dynamic than that. Like that's kind of a heavier song. I've got like some more stuff I'm very excited to share. Well, that's kind of you to say. Sunshine says, I have to thank Chad for bringing me over here. Well, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate Chad, sharing my music, sharing my channel. And for those of you who listen to Chad and show up, I appreciate you tuning in. And it's just a win-win when it's a win-win when Chad, makes a request and then you show up and it's like, wow, Chad was right. This is something I connect with. And I never, I can never take it for granted. I always appreciate it, when people show up and they connect with my music, it just means so much to me. And so I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. And I can never tell you enough how much I appreciate you guys and how much I thank you all for tuning in. Yep, Stan's there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play Move On, and then I'm going to play Waking Up for Silas. Chad was saying Quincy is one of the best on YouTube. He really is. I love his streams. Well, thank you, Chad. I really appreciate your kind words and support. And I'm just lucky to have met you. Quick shout out to he's not here right now, but shout out to Dom. Just a little backstory. So earlier we had a request for my song Into the Unknown, which is a cover song that I did. But when I made that song, that was still back when I was kind of figuring things out on YouTube, and I was making tutorials. Tutorials were kind of my way of getting people to my channel, because people are always searching how to blank. Like, that's a little tip for you. Like, if you're trying to get people to your channel, if you make a tutorial how to blank, people are always looking for how to do something. But the problem was I was kind of becoming known for tutorials, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a songwriter. So, make sure that's what you want to do. Don't use that tip if you want to be a songwriter. But if you're just making music-related content and you're trying to get people to find your content, making some kind of how-to video is a great way to get people to come across your channel. But anyway, it sort of worked out, because I made a video about how to make a music video in iMovie, because I had made a music video when I released the song, and I used iMovie to edit the video. And Dom came across my my tutorial, and I think he was just looking up the tutorial, but he really liked the music that he heard. He's like, man, this guy's great, and so he reached out to me and invited me to be a guest on one of his streams, and then he introduced me to Chad, and Dom, yep, Chad's right. Dom is great, good guy, yep, and so I very much appreciate that, and since I've kind of joined the HAM community, I've met so many great musicians and music lovers and fans, so it's a really great community, and just a lot of fun, a lot of great music to discover, and a lot of love and positivity from everyone. Chad's always right, 100%. He knows the great musicians. Yep, I would agree to that. Bloomy says, hey, man, much respect for doing songwriting content and also being awesome at singing and playing. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've certainly been working hard at that, and so I don't take that lightly. Thank you so much. I wasn't like born with an awesome singing voice. I've had to work pretty hard to get it sounding as good as I can get it. But all right, we're gonna play a song for. We had a couple requests here. This one goes out to Stan. This is a song I released a while back called Move On. And then Silas requested my song Waking Up, so I'll play that one next. Let me get the backing track set up. All right, there it is. Going to take one more sip of water. All right. This request comes from Stan, or you might see me in the chat as Stanley Shiflett. And, I'll just mention right now, this is a song about perseverance. And I was talking earlier about how we're already through the first quarter of the year. And, a lot of times at the beginning of the year, you set goals. And even for me, I've got goals set. And now I'm kind of having to take some time to sort of reassess those goals and just make sure that I'm on track. And so, whatever your goals are, whatever you're working towards, don't give up. And you might be surprised, like, you might not feel like you're progressing much because it just always feels like it takes effort. But if you look back, you might be surprised just how far you've come. And so that's kind of what this song is about, is just moving on, not being so weighed down by your current challenges, but reminding yourself of what you've accomplished, how far you've come, and letting that inspire you to move on. So, Stan, this one goes out to you.
Obsessed strong. You can move on, so move on. See how far you've come. Stay strong. You can move on, so move on. And see this bitter memory. You once were so weak, but now you've been set free. Yeah! See how far you've come. Stay strong. You can move on, so move on. See how far you've come. Stay strong. You can move on, so move on. So move on. When you find yourself at the end of your road, you know it's not over. When you find yourself at the end of your rope, you know it's not over. You've been down this road more than once before, and it won't stop you this time. Stay out for your call. Stay strong. You can move on. So move on. See how far you've come. Stay strong. You can move on.
Thank you. Again, that one was called Move On. That was requested by Stan. Stan, thanks for the request. I hope you enjoyed the song. Going to dive into another song in just a moment here. Silas, let me know if you're still out there. He had requested Waking Up. I'm going to catch up with the chat, and then I'm going to play his song. But for anyone just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. And I'm letting you guys pick my song list for this evening's stream. So I'm playing original songs. I've got my songs listed in the description. And whichever song of mine you'd like to hear, just let me know which one, and I'll play it just for you. And if you're not familiar with my songs, you can just pick a title, whichever title sounds interesting, and I'll play it for you, and we'll find out if you like it or not. So let's see. And that song, Moving On, I've got a link for that one too. So if you enjoyed that song, it is available on Spotify and such. So there is the link for that. We got LSP in the chat. Hey, LSP, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Let's see. I'm scrolling back up. Yep, catching up. Awesome. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Sunshine says, I've subbed to a bunch of great people, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, that's awesome. Bloomis says, as you can get it, bro, how good is your voice? I I mean, I don't know. I've always, I know, like, objectively speaking, I've improved a lot. When I record my voice, it's like, so I used to, like, some of my older songs that I would record, it was really hard for me to give a good vocal performance. I had no consistency. So I'm definitely a much more consistent vocalist now. And that, you know, that has made recording a lot more fun. Recording used to be dreadful. Like when I'd have to go record my voice, I'd be like, man, I hope today's a good singing day. You know, it was like basically chance. But, you know, I really worked on my technique, even got a little bit of coaching and some help, and I put in the practice and learned a few things that have helped me gain some consistency and improve. And now recording my voice is a lot more fun. Like I can kind of like just enjoy the process and be like, yeah, that sounds good. And, you know, I don't know that my voice is, you know, ever going to be as good as like an American Idol contestant or someone on The Talent, or what's it called? No. I was The Voice. That's what it is. Yeah. The Talent. I was confusing America's Got Talent with The Voice. But, you know, like I don't think I'll ever have one of those voices. I mean, that'd be great. You know, I'm working towards that. But all I can say is like I'm not one of those people that was like born with like, man, you got a great voice. You know, I've had to practice, and I'm thankful that the practice has paid off. I've definitely gotten better. And thank you, you know, for sharing the kind words. I'm glad that there are people, because the voice is something I'm so self-conscious of. I'll admit that, you know, like I'm always like, do people like my voice? You know, like, I don't know. I'm like, I think I sound okay, you know, but hopefully other people enjoy it. And so I really do appreciate those words. So thank you. I'm glad my voice is tolerable. Chad says, love this song. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yep. LSP says, stay the course. That's right. You know, don't give up, guys. Keep hanging in there. LSP says, the vocal range is widening. I love it. Well, thank you. Yep. Definitely been working towards it. Something about this song gives me Kitty vibes. You know, I could agree with that. You know, I think I can't say Kitty was a direct inspiration, but I was actually listening to some Kitty recently because I think they recently sign with a new label or something. I know they had some new music come out. They released a new song fairly recently, and I was just listening to that song like the other night. And now that I've listened to that and playing this song, like I definitely know the connection that you're making there. So they're probably just kind of in the same realm of a lot of the bands that I've been influenced by. But Chad says, fantastic stuff, Quincy. Well, thank you so much. Great job, Quincy. Thank you, Silas. Love this song, too. Well, thank you, Sunshine. Appreciate that. Let's see here. A song of hope is refreshing. Well, thank you, LSP. And, you know, just so I know, you know, many of my songs are about hope. Just in general, I'm a hopeful person. A lot of my beliefs and my values just encourage positivity. And I, you know, wherever you're at in life, your story is not over yet. Things can always get better. And I'm very much grateful for life. And life is just such a blessing and an opportunity to all of us, no matter where you're currently at in life. And so as every morning that you wake up, you've got a chance to improve where you're at in life. And life is worth living. And that's just something that's important to me. And so with my songs, I very much try to write music and write words that are about aspiring for more out of life, you know, getting the most, never giving up, always persevering, while being honest. You know, while that's not to say that there aren't going to be struggles, that's not to say that there isn't going to be hurt and obstacles. Again, Plastic Cup is very much a good example of that, of a song just expressing a time of feeling just lonely and like you had no one in your corner rooting for you. But the end of that song says, you know, even if you feel like a piece of trash, just know that's not true. Don't let go. Hang in there. Your treasure. And so that's very much a reoccurring theme in my songs is hope and perseverance and that kind of thing. Man, pick up an acoustic and sing and play this. Put a little more feeling into it, bro. Well, like I said, I do an acoustic segment. I don't know if I think I've done Move On before. I think I've done that acoustic. But I think maybe in a couple weeks I'll have another acoustic stream. I can't remember exactly. But I do a stripped-down version where it's just me and the acoustic guitar. And yeah, I do a lot of these same songs, but I do them just the voice and the acoustic guitar. Yep, Silas says, this reminds me of the verse, Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous, and do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Definitely a good verse to hold on to, and certainly what gives me courage in whatever I'm facing. Let's see here. Thank you, Chad. Chad says your vocals are great. Well, I appreciate that. Yep, some people returning. Cool to see you here of all places. Yep, some hellos happening in the chat. Been visiting Quincy for about 2 years now. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. I'm glad you're sticking around. I appreciate that. Gratefulness is a great remedy for anxiety. Yeah, I think gratitude is like the biggest distinction between people who are happy and people who aren't. People who are always bitter and always complaining or always just feeling victimized by something, it's usually because they don't recognize what they have to be thankful for. And that's an exercise. Sometimes it can be hard to do that, but really, like, take a moment and just look at where you're at in life. And like I said, even the simplest thing, if you wake up in the morning and you're breathing and you're alive, like, that's a chance to turn things around. So that's something to be grateful for. You always have something to be grateful for, and your story is never over until you're actually dead, So, and even then, I would argue that maybe it's not over. But it's like, just don't give up and find something in your life to be grateful for, because gratitude is super powerful in motivating you to be the best version of yourself. If you're grateful and you don't take that gratitude for granted, that's what motivates you to get the most out of life and to be a blessing to other people too. And I think you'll find that a lot more joy comes to your life. So. Let's see here. How can you, as a person, sing as well as you do and also preach the stuff you do? I have no idea. Probably just comes a lot from my background. Again, I grew up in a musical family, so that helps with it. A lot of my LSP says, I am thankful and reluctantly grateful. So it's almost grateful out of obligation. But it's definitely a good thing to do. It's one of the key things I've noticed. And hey, sometimes it takes practice, There are certain, we've talked about this before, but there's certain things in my life that I had to kind of choose to believe them. And it took time to truly believe it, like maybe just because I tell you to be grateful doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to feel grateful right away. But kind of like LSP saying, you might have to just sort of remind yourself, and in time, you sort of learn how to recognize that gratitude, how to put it into practice. You start seeing how it changes, and it changes your behavior and stuff. But I've got a tremendous family. That I don't know. I just love my family. I grew up in a good family, lots of wisdom and lots of love there, and a musical family. So that kind of introduced me to that. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I had a lot of good influences around me. But I'm glad that you are connecting with what I'm sharing. Yeah, glad you're enjoying that. Silas, give me a thumbs up if you're still out there, and I'm going to go ahead and play a song for you. And, speaking of hope and perseverance and that kind of thing, this is sort of another song that has to do with that. This is another softer song of mine, but this is a song called Waking Up, and this is kind of about... This is again kind of those moments of pressure where you're not really sure about feeling like continuing, and it's basically just encouraging you that like you've got the chance, like... Don't just let your dreams or your aspirations, don't let them be just something don't let them just be fantasy. Like, wake up and make it happen. That's kind of what this song is about. And it's just sort of talking about the man, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. But it's just talking about like the pursuit of it and recognizing your value and that you're made for a purpose and you're meant for more. So don't ever underestimate what you're capable of, and don't ever put yourself down. Whatever you're working towards, just keep working towards it. Keep striving to get better. Keep trying to make progress, and you will get there eventually. And it's just a matter of just hanging in there and not giving up and making it happen. So, Silas, I hope you enjoy this one. This one's called Waking Up, and this one goes out to you.
It's too much effort to pull away the covers that hold me down and won't let go. It smothers me, the weight of this anxiety. pressing me into my pillow. A blissful sleep, chasing lies and counting sheep. It sure is easy, but not for me. So here I am, with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up, so I can start to dream. I toss and turn, and tick by talk the hours burn, pleading for this night to end. A part of me begging to go back to sleep. It sure is easy, but not for me. So here I am, with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up, so I can start to dream. You're not worth less. You have purpose. Wake up, see it. Time to dream it. So here I am, with all I am. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up, so I can start to dream. So here I am, with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up, so I can start to dream.
Thank you. Again, that was Waking Up as requested by Silas. Silas, thank you for your request. I hope you enjoyed the song. And if you did enjoy the song, it is available on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. So I'll be sure to post a link for that, and you can listen to it again later if you'd like. So let me grab the link for that, and then we will catch up with the chat. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. Here's the link. I've got it right here. And yeah, right now I'm letting you guys choose my set list. So any song of mine that you'd like to hear, I've got a list of my songs in the description. And you can make a request, and I'll play that song just for you. So catching up with the chat. Thank you for the hearts, the fire, all the emojis, guys. Appreciate that. Let's see here. And yeah, Bloom has said, let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. Was there a certain time when you found out how good you sing and play? I don't think it's a distinctive moment. I think it's something that you gradually work towards. I know for music, I started with piano, but that was kind of just something that my parents signed me up for, and I just kind of did it. I didn't really have a passion for it. I didn't dislike it. I just kind of did it, I didn't think much of it. And it wasn't till I was about 12. That's when I had a cousin that I hung out with, and he got me into skateboarding, which I still love. I still skateboard. And we were playing Tony Hawk, and so watching skate videos and playing the Tony Hawk Pro Skater video games introduced me to rock music and really got me into like punk rock and 80s rock and that kind of thing. And so I wanted to learn guitar. And my cousin showed me how to play a power chord, which is a relatively simple chord shape, and you could play it almost anywhere on the guitar. So rather than having to learn all these different chord shapes and remember where your fingers go, it was just one shape to remember, and then you could play pretty much anywhere and get chord shapes. And so I would try playing, these songs that I'd heard from video games and from skate videos. And he'd always tell me, that's not how it goes. You're playing it wrong. Because I was playing from memory. I didn't own any of the music. I didn't have access to it. And I just came up with this idea. I was like, you know what? I just want to play guitar. I'm just going to make up my own songs. So that way he can't tell me I'm playing it wrong. And and so for the first few years of guitar, if I wanted to play guitar, I had to make something up. And so it was just it's just something I love to do. And the more I did it, that's definitely my favorite thing about music. I love songwriting. And when you love something, you keep doing it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. So and playing, I just loved music, so I spent time doing it, and just the more you do it, just the better you get at it. It was never really I got to practice. I never thought of it as practice. I just always picked it up. One little tip I'll say, we had this, our living room was kind of in the center of our home, and so it was sort of this intersection that you'd cross through, and we often left our guitars on the couch. And so you kind of walk by and you see it and you're like, I'll pick it up, I'll play something. You sort of play and then you put it down and then you go on to do what you were doing. And then you come back through and you see it again. You're like, yeah, I'll pick it up, I'll play something. And so I was kind of constantly playing throughout the day, just every time I'd pass by the guitar or the piano or whatever it was. And I think that helps a lot with kind of learning how to play. And then, like I said, singing. I've always loved singing, but it took me a while to start just using YouTube to look up tutorials. And I'll give a shout out. There's a vocal coach named Mary Zimmer. She's got a channel called Voice Hacks, and she's had some videos that really helped me, and she gives lessons. And so I signed up for a lesson with her, and she gave me a few exercises to help me work on some areas where I felt like I was very weak with my voice. And I'll say this, the thing about singing is it's very much an athletic thing. It's your body. You're not just going to learn one singing trick and all of a sudden you're a great singer. It's something that you have to practice, and you have to practice frequently and regularly. And so I took what she gave me and put it into practice, and it helped a lot. And I've since continued to just kind of practice and just kind of critique my voice, areas where I need improvement, and I've tried to search for exercises to help me improve in those areas where I feel like I'm lacking. So let's see. Silas says, thanks for this, sir. Yeah, my pleasure. LSP says, when you work on yourself and are honest with yourself, life just happens for you. A way is made for you by those values. Absolutely. I think that's true. Yep. When you're honest and when you're working on yourself, when you're trying to improve and being honest, yeah, I think that's great advice. And life just happens. Again, it just kind of, as you're working towards those things. And I think just remembering to enjoy the journey. It's so easy to kind of look at where you want to go that sometimes we forget, hey, this is a moment in time that isn't going to last forever. This time of learning or whatever it is that you're working on. And so you might as well enjoy it, and you can look back at it and see what you learned from it and see how far you've come. So I think that's a great point. Silas says, great song. Thank you so much. Silas says, classic rock is where I draw some pretty big influence with musician stuff. Very cool. Sunshine says, thank you, Quincy, for sharing all your stories with us as well as your songs. Well, I'm glad you enjoy them. There's part of me a little concerned, I enjoy the conversation, and, I enjoy sharing what I've learned and what's helped me in hopes that it might help somebody else. But sometimes I'm a little conscious that, I'm talking and nobody cares. So hopefully you're gaining a little bit of value. Bloomy says, cool story about picking the guitar up in the house. Yep, definitely helps. And LSP was saying conscientious is what I meant. Yep. I think that still applies. Oh, I see. Being conscientious and contentious, yeah, is not easy when stillness evades. And yeah, that can be a little tricky. It can be hard to remember to be in the moment. Silas says, practicing singing, still I am. Well, hey, just stick with it. Just keep working on it. Yeah, best I can say is, record yourself singing and just kind of listen, sort of take note of like, where are the areas that you feel are kind of weakest in your voice, and then look up some tutorials on like how to improve that. Find a few exercises, try them out, and then just practice those exercises for a few minutes every day and just stay consistent with it, and you'll find that you start improving in those areas. And then also, you want to practice the exercises, but it's also really helpful. Like if there's a certain song you're working toward, practice the song. And you can even make exercises out of the song. Like I'll share one with you, Plastic Cup. Plastic Cup has a high note in it that, would someone just show me some love? And so I actually made an exercise practicing that phrase, and it's maybe a little complicated, but it modulates. So it starts high and then gradually gets lower and lower. So I'm actually starting higher than the actual key of the song, but then after I sing through the chorus, it modulates down a step, and it gradually gets easier, but at the same time, my voice is getting more worn as it's getting easier. So it's kind of a good vocal workout in that way. Let's see here. Silas says, brings me back to the game night a few weeks ago. Must be something that I said that is bringing back to that. Your talking and sharing is part of what makes your streams great. Well, thank you, Chad. I appreciate that, and I certainly enjoy the conversation with you guys. Some of you bring up some interesting points, and I like diving into sort of deeper conversation, that kind of thing. So I certainly enjoy it. And yep. LSP says I concur. Real talk. Well, thanks, guys. I'm glad you enjoy it. Right, Chad. If we didn't want to hear it, we would just leave. Well, thank you for reassuring me of that. I do appreciate that, you all. Guys, I think I could probably do maybe 2 more songs, 1, 2 more, something like that. So if anyone has a request, I don't know if anyone's made a request and I've missed it. So if you've made a request and I've forgotten about it, go ahead and just type your request again. If you haven't made a request yet, feel free to do so. I don't mind redoing songs, but just so you know, the songs that I've done so far, I did Waking Up. That was requested by Silas. That was the one I just did. I have done Move On. I've done Erase Myself. I've done Say That It's Over. I've done Love's Not Fair. I've done A Place to Call Home. I've done Into the Unknown. And I've done Plastic Cup. And so if you weren't here when I did one of those songs and you want to hear it, I don't mind redoing a song. But if there's another song on the list that I didn't mention just now, just know that those have not been performed yet. So feel free to pick one. But if anyone has a request, and I keep forgetting to do this, I do have this timer. I meant to set this, so this is supposed to kind of just keep the music happening. So if nobody makes a request within those 15 minutes, then I'll just pick a random song and play something. But, again, we're not going to wait 15 minutes till the next song if someone has a request. Okay, yeah. Logan says, hey, Quincy, could you play Let's Start Again? Yeah, I can do that one for you. Let's see here. And then Bloomis says, no request, but can you do some stuff on acoustic? I would love to hear that. Well, unfortunately, I don't have, I'm not set up to do acoustic stuff tonight. But like I said, here, let me check real quick. I think it'll be in 2 weeks. So I try to go live every week, Thursdays, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm not sure what time that is where you are. Again, I'm on the East Coast in the United States. I think you said you were from Denmark. Let me see here. So this was stream number 24. I think 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be doing another acoustic stream. And let me see here. Yeah, today was the original song request. Next week is going to be the 10-minute song challenge. That's where you guys can challenge me. What song should I attempt to learn in 10 minutes? And I'll set a timer, and I'll listen to the song and try to learn it before the timer runs out. So that's what that's about. And then, yes, after that, so 2 weeks from now, not next week, but the following week, I'll be doing Metal Goes Acoustic, and so that's where I will be doing an acoustic set. However, I will say you are not the first person to mention requesting acoustic songs. So I have taken note of that. It's been requested before. People are like, hey, I'd like to request an acoustic song. And I'm trying to figure out how to go about doing that. Maybe I can set things up to where I can take acoustic requests as well. Maybe that will be its own segment where I'm playing acoustic, but I'm letting you guys choose what songs you want to hear rather than, just playing what I've already planned. So I'm not really sure, but I appreciate that, and I will do some acoustic stuff. Unfortunately, maybe not tonight, but if you come back in 2 weeks, I will be playing some acoustic stuff then. LSP says I wasn't here for A Place to Call Home, so if you'd like to hear that one again, then yeah, I can play that one for you. I will look out for it, bro. Yes, I am from Denmark. That's right. All right, cool. So. Awesome. Well, I'll be playing some acoustic stuff 2 weeks from now, and I'll take note of that. It might take a while till I'm actually able to implement it, but maybe I can somehow get acoustic songs available for these request streams. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play "Let's Start Again." This was a request from Logan. So this is a song. This isn't really a metal song. This is more of a kind of alternative rock kind of song. This was an older song that I had written. Again, I like a lot of different styles of music, mostly in the rock genre. It's either really heavy, metal kind of stuff, or it could be lighter stuff, alternative rock, pop punk, that kind of stuff. And this is definitely more in the alternative rock, pop punk kind of side of things. And this was a song that I wrote and recorded, back when I was kind of still just making music for fun and not really sure what I wanted to do or where I was trying to go with my music. But it's a fun song, and Logan's actually a student of mine. Some of you know that I give music lessons part-time, and Logan is someone who lives in my area, and I give him drum lessons. So he's actually been learning kind of how to play the song. I haven't really been, we've been doing an exercise learning how to jam. So I've been kind of teaching him some beats, but then playing songs that he doesn't know how to play and helping him to use what he does know and just kind of like listen to the rhythm of the guitar and try to match it, try to just jam, just kind of improvise what to play. And this was one of the songs we were using as an exercise for that. So I think, I just need a capo for this one. So this one is in drop D tuning. I'm in tuned in drop C, so I gotta set up for. All right, cool. So yeah, this is kind of an older one. This is sort of one that I really only bring out for requests. Usually this is a song I play for Daniel. Some of you know Daniel. He tunes into the streams a lot. Logan, this one goes out to you. This is Let's Start Again.
Back just one more time and see if you and I can make it right. I don't understand, why do we always have to fight? It's a cycle we go through, and you and I are too afraid to lose. It wouldn't be so hard if you would just tell me the truth. You said that this would never end. You told me I was your best friend. I watched us as we fell apart. You are the one who broke my heart. I wanna leave it all behind, but I can't get you off my mind. It's true, I'm still in love with you. Do you think that you could love me too? So let's start again. Let's start again. Let's take it back just one more time and try to figure out the reason why. Do you feel the same, or are you messing with my mind? I can never understand what's going on inside your head. You could run away or you could talk to me instead. You said that this would never end. You told me I was your best friend. I watched us as we fell apart. You are the one who broke my heart. I wanna leave it all behind, but I can't get you off my mind. It's true, I'm still in love with you. Do you think that you could love me too? So let's start again. Oh my gosh. You said that this would never end. You told me I was your best friend. I watched us as we fell apart. You are the one who broke my heart. I wanna leave it all behind, but I can't get you off my mind. It's true, I'm still in love with you. Do you think that you could love me too? So let's start again.
Had a lag, sorry guys.
Let's start again.
It's delaying on my end. Sometimes it does that. I tell you what, so I'm gonna try that ending. I don't know what it sounded like on your end, but I get this delay where I play and then it happens. I always mess up on the solo because, actually I'm still getting that delay, 1 second. I always mess up on that solo because I never practice it. You know, I hardly ever play this song. There we go. So, nope. So I'll tell you what, maybe this is just for me, but I'm going to start at the solo because I want to get it right. I'm tired of messing it up. All right, here we go.
Do you think that you could love me too?
Yep, that's the ending. Gotta go back further.
So let's start again. You said that this would never end. You told me I was your best friend. I watched us as we fell apart. You are the one who broke my heart. I wanna leave it all behind, but I can't get you off my mind. It's true, I'm still in love with you. And do you think you could love me too? So let's start again. Let's start again.
Okay, just pretend that was all one takes. Logan, hopefully you still enjoyed that. That one goes out to you. That is Let's Start Again. All right, guys, I might be able to do one, maybe two more. If someone else made a request, I might do both. But if there's just one request, I might do the last one. And then I think we're going to put a wrap on things. But I do hope you have all enjoyed the stream. I'll certainly do one more, maybe two, but again, maybe one. I'm not sure. Depends on what's going on in the chat. But I appreciate you all tuning in. Let's see here. Yeah, Logan was requesting, Let's Start Again. LSP was saying, right on, Logan. Yep, he's doing a good job with drums. LSP says, nice. Appreciate the emojis. Bloomy says, if I can bring some input, your voice is so pretty. Let it ring alone. Same with your soloing. Let it breathe. Sounds great, my man. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I'll try to... I'm not sure if you mean ring alone as in without the backing track and stuff, but mainly for the music, it's, again, usually it's heavier stuff. Man, I keep looking over and I realize I left that next song thing. Whatever. But yeah, a lot of the heavier styles, you kind of need the full band. So I don't know if that's what you meant, but I do appreciate that. Thank you. Same with your soloing. Yeah. Let's see here. I think it says something about Quincy as a person and a teacher that one of his students is here. Well, thank you. Yeah. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. LSP says, the respect is 100. Well, thank you. Silas says, hey, Logan, you and Quincy could form a band. Well, he does play in the youth band. So he's a teenager, and I kind of help with the youth at our church here. And we have something of a youth band for them. So he plays drums for that. There's another guy who plays bass, and one of the girls sings, and then I play guitar with them. So I do lessons kind of separately, but we both go to the same church, and so that's sort of an opportunity for me to help him in learning how to use his drums and have an opportunity to play drums. And so he definitely gets to play there, and he's getting good. So there's definitely opportunities for him to transition and starting to play with some of the other bands, other groups that we have at our church. Real good song, man. Well, thank you, Silas. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. Thanks for the fire. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, well, thank you, guys. Appreciate that. LSP, if you'd like me to do a place to call home, I can do that for you. I don't know if anyone else has a certain song that they'd like to hear, but I think I'm going to do one more, and it might be a place to call home, if that's the one LSP wants to hear. And then I think we are going to put a wrap on this. Plumbus is saying, what I mean is your voice is so good, let it breathe. Like fewer notes, but let them ring, if that makes sense. Well, what you might be hearing is, so I'm getting a little worn. That's what's happening. You can probably hear it in my voice too. Again, sometimes these request streams can be a little intense for my voice. Now that might sound like that's a little bit of an over exaggeration. I don't want to sound like my voice doesn't hurt or anything, but I can definitely tell I've been using my voice, and it gets a little worn, gets a little harder to hit those higher notes, and so sometimes I have to kind of modify what I'm doing just to get through the song. These streams are a little harder because I don't know what the set is, and so I'm having to play the songs on the spot. Whereas if I pick the songs before a stream, I can practice them, and usually I can sing them a little better. Plus, not only that, but just in general today, I wasn't really having like a great vocal today. Again, some days you feel great, some days not so much. And I don't know if you meant like just in general or for that specific song, because that actual song, one thing that's a little tricky about that is it's actually two vocal parts that kind of overlap. So when I recorded that song, one part was singing, you said that this would never end. And then the other voice comes in saying, you told me I was your best friend. And it kind of alternates. But I'm just one guy. I don't have another vocalist to sing that part. So I just do them both. But I appreciate the input, and I'll see what I can do to make those adjustments. And Silas was saying my dad is in charge of my youth group. Awesome. Very cool. Thumbs up. Yep, from LSP, so I think we're going to do that. Have another drink of water. Quincy, you're doing amazing as always. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think I am going to do that. So let's take Sunshine's advice. This is all of you, your reminder. Let's all get hydrated. Get a sip of water. Yes, and if you mean to, LSP was saying stretch out the notes to resonate. So that's part of the reason too, is normally I would, but that's what I'm saying is my voice is getting worn. And so by shortening the notes, it kind of gives me a little break to get through. So like if I was singing that song fresh, I would probably, hold those notes out more. But what I mean is do less and really makes it beautiful, which you can on guitar and vocals. Well, I'll definitely try to implement what you're suggesting, and I do appreciate the input. Thank you so much. All right, I got one more song, and I'll be honest, this song's got some high notes in it too. So, like at the end of my set, and doing one of the songs I have that has some high notes in it. So, can't guarantee that this is gonna, that this is gonna rock, but I'll give it my best. So, LSP, I hope you enjoy it. I do think this is going to be the last one for the evening, and then we will put a nice bow on everything, kind of wrap it up. But I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. I definitely appreciate you all hanging out with me. Got one more song for you. I did play this one earlier, so some of you might have heard it, but hopefully you like it and you'd like to hear it again. This one is called A Place to Call Home, and LSP, this one goes out to you.
Inside of me, concealing what I believe. The potential is obvious, but I'm too scared to set it free. Break down the walls, show me your heart. This is the place where I fall apart. You told me to call home, someplace where I not feel alone. I promised a destiny, but I won't trust what I cannot see. Your mother will tuck me in to this coffin and bury me. Break down the walls, show me your heart. This is the place where I fall apart. You told me a place to call home, someplace where I not feel alone. You showed me love I never know. You told me of a place to call home. To call home, someplace where I not feel alone. You shall love I never know. You told me a place to call home.
Thank you. There you go. A little rocky, but I think we finished all right. So hope you enjoyed that, LSP. Thanks for the request. Again, that one was called A Place to Call Home. And I'm going to catch up with the chat, and then I think we're going to wrap things up. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have enjoyed the stream. I'm going to catch up with the chat and just share a couple things with you, and then I think we're going to wrap things up. Let's see here. It's going to be great. Well, thank you, LSP. Hopefully it was. Oh, wow, the lyrics are amazing. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's kind of, again, sort of another song about perseverance. That's actually a song about being scared to pursue what you're meant for. A lot of times you kind of have something that you're passionate about, and you can feel it, like you want to go after that thing. But, of course, sometimes what is safe and what is certain, sorry, let me say what seems certain seems safer, and what is uncertain is a lot of times scarier to pursue. But usually in the pursuit of that, there's a lot more fulfillment. And that's certainly something I've learned over the course of my life. And that's kind of what the song is about. It's sort of like knowing that there's something you want to go after, but just being too afraid to do it, and sort of mustering up the courage to go after and face it. And as far as what is this, like 5 over 8? I think it's 6 over 8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it has that kind of triplet feel. Dun, 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 dun. I don't think there's any like odd time signatures, but it is kind of like a triplet feel to that. Triplet, yeah. So, yeah, something like that. There are kind of some odd movements in there and stuff, but thank you. Let's see. Great job, Quincy. Well, thank you, Silas. Outstanding. Thank you, LSP. Thank you all for the kind emojis, the fire, and the applause. Quincy, great stream. Much love. Thank you, Sunshine. Appreciate it. Oh, hey, Lady C. Absolutely excellent, Quincy. Sorry I just caught the end of the stream, but the song was wonderful. Well, thank you, Lady C. I appreciate you just showing up to say hello, and I'm glad you were able to catch that last one. And let's see here. The last song was A Place to Call Home. That's right. And that is a song that I have released, and so you can find that song on Spotify. Silas says he is risen, Quincy. He is indeed. Sunday's Easter, so definitely looking forward to celebrating that with my church and my family. And yeah, you all, if you don't have any plans for Easter, find a good church to go to. I think you'll enjoy it. So Bloomy says, thank you for the show, man. Hope you will do an acoustic show at some point. Like I said, 2 weeks from now, I'll be doing an acoustic set. So I hope I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I hope you show back up. Guys, just a few things I want to share with you all, and then we're going to wrap things up. If you did enjoy the stream and you'd like to support my music and what I'm doing, I do have a virtual tip jar. I'm going to post a link for that, and I do appreciate anything you guys can provide just so I can keep doing this and keep growing and improving. Again, at some point, I will have merch available. There's still a few things in development. Stan helped me test it out, so I do have the merch. The checkout process worked smoothly, but there's just a few things I gotta polish up before all that's going to be available. Another thing, if you want to stay notified, whenever I have these live streams, whenever I put out new music, whenever I release a new video or anything like that, be sure to sign up for my email list. I just posted a link for that as well. This allows me to notify you directly and just let you know whenever I've got a new song coming out, whenever I'm going live, and all that stuff. And and lastly, my biggest goal is, of course, growing my audience. And so you guys can help me by liking the video, leaving comments, sharing my music, inviting people to the streams. All this stuff really supports, all this stuff really helps. Just helping people to be aware of my music and the live streams, and yeah, just helping me grow the audience. That's my biggest goal, is just growing this audience. And so I can never express enough how much I appreciate you guys and how much you're tuning in. Thank you, Silas, who says, enjoy the stream. I'm praying for you all. Well, thank you for your prayers, Silas. It means a lot. And I hope you all had a wonderful stream. I hope you all, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope it was a wonderful stream for you. But I hope you all have a wonderful evening or morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Until next time.